So an early personal on Giannis and now an early one on Brook Lopez.
And that's not the start Doc Rivers wanted to see from his team because it takes away the aggressiveness.
Here comes Giannis, who's been terrific through the first two games. Off one leg, yeah. To Turner, 3 to shoot. Turner drives in. That time, Antetokounmpo blocked him cleanly. Here comes Giannis storming in for the finish and the foul. Antetokounmpo draws 2. Trent will fire and tip from 3.
To make that extra pass to the corner.
Good movement here. Neesmith will fire. In and out. Rebound banged around. Neesmith flags it down. Little push jumper is good. Lost the handle, threw it away. Here comes Trent. Trent waits and finishes. Plus the foul. 4 minutes into the first quarter of game 3. Indiana a 2-0 series lead. Neesmith got that one. After it looked like Kuzma had outstanding position, caught that deep. Antetokounmpo ranges to the ring. Back out. Guarded by Kuzma. Halliburton pulls and knocks it down. Here comes Trent. Back to Lillard. Bobby Portis in along with A.J. Green off the bench. Antetokounmpo center of the lane for the slam. Out there with McConnell, Porter, Bryant, and Neesmith. Toppin got grabbed on the jersey. Lays it in. Siakam, Portis. Can't hit. Sims the O-board. Green, wide open look. He's good. Lillard, a deep one. Back ironing off. McConnell flags down the board. Here's Mathurin storming in for the bucket of the foul. Siakam scrapes up the rebound. Halliburton starts the second on the bench. Siakam connects on a 3.
What you're going to get from him each and every time you step on the floor.
Been outstanding in this series. Lillard, great look. Sims.
By the way, did you see Jericho Sims put his head over the rim? If Dame didn't get that block.
Meanwhile, Siakam then uses the side. And they, up until this point, they've played their full 10-man rotation in this series. With everyone having effective minutes as Portis. Lopez eyes the shot clock, 8 on it. Kuzma plows ahead and finishes.
Dame unable to truly get going from the field. That's what they rely on when Giannis is on the bench. And right now, Dame on the bench as the Bucks go back to that zone. Kyle Kuzma initiating offense. Talked about he only held onto the ball for 50 seconds in game 1.
Kuzma got that one.
Impact on that end of the floor.
Halliburton bounces. Neesmith will fire and hit again.
Opportunities on the offensive end. If you force Halliburton to just be a scorer, that's not the way that he wants to play.
Halliburton can do that as well.
Even Neesmith and Benedict Mathurin, those two guys, tremendous production here on the road.
Neesmith up to 15 and a half.
I'm surprised Toppin didn't attack Giannis with Giannis playing with those 2 fouls.
No look to the corner. That 3 is good.
Giannis, you see Siakam had no problem with that.
How about Neesmith meeting Giannis at the apex, but the persistence from Halliburton kind of settled into that instead of getting into the 2-for-1. Halliburton to the rim. Getting to the cup. Lillard, no. Giannis, yes.
Dame's calling for an assist. Ball slipped in a wet spot. Actually dove a second time, but that one unintentional.
Into the corner. Trent's 3 is good. The presence of Siakam. Also talked about the value of his experience. Giannis off the steal. Nembhard tips it. Trent, you bet. Neesmith connects.
How about the
Porter tiptoeing. Green snakes inside, pops it in the air. Giannis the finish and the foul.
But going to keep Mathurin in the game even after the technical foul.
Spacing got jumbled there. Topping. Oh, wow.
Allowed him to get the easy assist to Siakam.
Here's Porter handing it off to Giannis. Antetokounmpo jumper is good. They now lead by 8. Trent, catch, fire, you bet!
in this third quarter with an 11-point lead, and you bring him back fresh to start the fourth, he's going to finish the game.
Siakam using the window beautifully. Here's Portis. Poked away. Portis trying to take Siakam, fading away, and hitting. Rivers, we'll see if his voice makes it through the fourth. Lillard starting this fourth, connects! And Lillard out there right now without Trent, without Giannis to begin this fourth. Green in the corner, he got it! Nembhard dumping it in, Siakam turns and hits.
We talked about this, but his teammates have not been involved with him here in the second half.
Green again! Siakam with the answer.
But we saw Orlando do this in their series against Cleveland last year.
Trent on the steal. Here's Giannis. Trent wide open. You bet!
That many people would have wanted him to be, but he hasn't been scoring and has brought it in so many different areas, as does this gentleman right here, Giannis and Pinnacle.
Nembhard gives it up. Halliburton a three is good.
And looking like Rick Carlisle is going to wave the white flag on this one is Johnny Furphy.
Trent again! Giannis pull up. Short. Trent was open. Green will fire. Why not?
Between the two.
Rick Carlisle empties the bench.
Uh-oh, you got to find Trent right here. This is the spot.
Giannis instead to the rack.
Get him out of the game. Get Giannis out of the game. But you want to get him an opportunity to at least break that record right now.
Again he does. And hits. Step back. Partially blocked. Milwaukee gets off the deck here. Little shovel. Jericho Sims getting in on the act. The Bucks are on the board in the 2025 NBA playoffs. Milwaukee takes game 3.